1, 2, 3, App Show! And action. Hey guys, John and Debbie, and welcome back to the App Show.
Thanks for your comments on the last few episodes. We saw that there were some common themes people wanted to hear about. One of them being how Google uses Google.
Yep.
Last week we also said we wanted to talk about offline, so we're going to do a little mashup of Google working offline this week.
Awesome, but first, the news. So Google I/O was last week, and there were a bunch of cool new features that were announced, especially the new Drive update. So it has a redesigned look and feel, an offline sync is now automatic, and there's a way better accessibility rating there.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And we had a lot of questions about this too, but those new features are actually available to everybody, even without unlimited.
Awesome.
We've heard for years from you guys that you really want redlining in our apps products, especially for you lawyers out there. So now we have this cool thing called suggested edits. If you want to read more about it, we've got an article here for you to read.
So to kick off our Google Working with Google segment, we're actually going to talk about our roles and a little bit more about our stories. And then later on down the road, we're going to talk to different functions and people here to really understand how we're using it at our own company.
So for me, when I first started at Google, I was actually an analyst. People always asked me, how do I do my work using apps? Do I have to be online to work on a spreadsheet or a dashboard? The answer is no.
Yeah, it's actually now automatically set up for you in Chrome if you're using Drive in Chrome, and also the new Chromebooks, Chrome OS system. It's already going to be there.
So working offline is way simpler than it was 3 years ago. No setup, totally automatic. You can create or edit when you're offline, and changes are synced when you connect back to the internet.
And for me, I cover the East Coast, so I travel for 5 hours at a time, and my best friend is the Gmail offline plugin. Okay, so if you don't have internet on an airplane, you can write emails, and they sync up automatically when you get connected, so I don't feel like I just wasted 5 hours on a plane. It's pretty cool.
So those are our stories about how we use Google products. We actually let our intern loose in the studio yesterday, and he made a video about how he uses Sheets for his small business. So take a look at it.
So with the new Drive features, you can now actually open, edit, and save Microsoft files. So no more need to convert Google Docs, and you can help people stop this whole attachment train. So after you edit it, it's still in Office format, send it using Drive.
So this is just the beginning of showing you how Google works on Google. Tell us what Googler job roles you want to see on this show, and what questions you have for how they work on Google Apps. Put them in the comments down below.
And we also want to hear about your experiences. So if you're trying to create, edit documents offline, trying suggested edits, let us know.
Thanks for joining us. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you next week. The App Show is where we're going to cover news and tips on Google Apps.
Yes, and for our first big announcement,
I'm a summer intern here at Google, and I want to tell you guys a little bit about how I use Drive for myself in my free time.